Hey everyone, it's Gina and this is my furry friend tag, except my friend here is not very furry, she's more scaly, so I guess you can say it's my scaly friend tag. And her name is Pixel. She has a bunch of nicknames and I've made up some random nicknames for her. I usually call her Mama Bird. I don't know why, but every time I come home and I walk into my house I'm like, "Hi Mama Bird, I miss you." Or lots of people like to call her Pixie, short for Pixel. And I named her Pixel because obviously video games and her scales look like little pixels. How nice she is. Pixel is clearly a snake. She's not a dinosaur. She's not a unicorn, unfortunately. It's okay, I'm just kidding. And she is a Colombian red-tailed boa, and they call it a red-tailed boa, mainly because if you see her tail here, so it gets a little bit darker red here, and she has a little tiny little nubbin tail. I've had Pixel for about a year and a half or 2 years now, and I got her actually on Craigslist. I was looking for a snake, and I was specifically looking for a boa because I wanted to reach like a pretty cool size, not like a little baby snake that stays small forever. And her original owner couldn't take care of her anymore because her terrarium, which is the tank that she lives in, broke, and he couldn't afford a new one, so he decided to just give her up, and he kind of just wanted to give her up altogether and just all his reptiles. So he posted her up, and her story is she was a birthday snake. He would take her to like children's birthdays and they would get to hold her and pet her and everything, so that's how I knew she was really, really nice. Like, she's never bitten anyone. She's about 3 years old, and my first impression of her was I was kind of like, with all new snakes, I'm kind of nervous, you know, like you never really know what kind of personality they have. But the owner brought her out of her box and he's like, "Here, hold her." And then the moment I reached out my arms, she grabbed onto me and then wrapped around my arm and then put her head on my shoulder. And I was like, "Love you, I'm taking you home." So that's how we first met, and I fell in love with her immediately. She didn't want to let go when I tried to give her back to him. So I just told him, like, I'll take her. So that's when she came home with me, and I had nothing prepared. I didn't have a tank for her. I had no food. Like, this was, like, I woke up one morning, I'm like, I'm getting a snake, and I just got one. So right after, I went to PetSmart and I bought everything that I needed. Oh, Mama, yes. The first, I want to say, like, 2 months of having her, I turned into, like, a crazy helicopter mom. Like, I wouldn't be able to leave the house for more than an hour. Like, I would leave the house and I would flip out like, "Oh my god, what if she's dead? What if she got electrocuted? What if a hurricane came into my room and it fucking blew her up?" I don't know. So I would come home every hour, and like, I don't really know if she's alive or not because snakes don't really do much. So I would like put my face next to her face so I can hear her breathe. But I did that for like 2 months straight, and I'm finally okay now. I can leave her for 2 weeks and she's fine. Her personality is what I like to call an asshole. She's an asshole. So she's really sociable. You can hold her and everything, but she knows when she's about to get into trouble, like when she's like going somewhere where she's not supposed to go, like in between the bed crevice or anything, because the moment she does that and I notice and I'm about to lunge for her and grab her, she'll go faster and then wrap herself around something and won't let go. So she's kind of a dickhead about that. Like, she knows what she's not supposed to do, but she's very, like, she's like affectionate in like kind of a weird way, and people are like, "How do you know if a snake's affectionate? You can't even tell if it's sleeping because it doesn't have eyelids." But how, I guess you can say, she shows love is, well, 1, she doesn't eat me, 2, she hasn't bitten anyone, and 3, there are times, sometimes like on really cold nights, I let her chill in my bed, and then I would fall asleep, and then like I would wake up to her wrapped around my arm and her head like right here on my hand, and that's how she likes to sleep. Because when she was younger, when I first got her, I would never let her go, so I would hold on to her and then I would hold her head like this, like so only her nose is poking out like that, and then she would stay still for like ever. So after a while she got used to that and she stopped like that. She has a special talent. She knows how to lay down, she knows how to stay, she knows how to roll over, stay, lay down, bang bang. She's a good girl. Such a good girl. And she makes a really good necklace too. Pixel likes to eat rats. Snakes don't really do the whole snack thing. They're really easy to feed. I feed her once every week, and she eats what they call medium-sized rats. I don't really feed her live rats anymore, but they're like freshly killed or frozen or whatever. So that's what she loves, and she gobbles them up really quickly. When it comes to things that she doesn't like, what do you not like? Oh, right. The only time she'll ever hiss at you is, so snakes, when they're about to shed, their eyes milk over and it turns all white. And that's their eye caps separating from their eyeballs pretty much, and that's gonna come off later. They're like goggles. So think of it like goggles steaming up, and she can't really see that well. So during that time, if you touch her, she'll kind of freak out a little bit because she doesn't know what's going on. She can't see. That's the only time she'll ever hiss at me. I decided to get a snake simply because it's just the easiest thing to fit into my schedule. I travel a lot and I'm just rarely ever home, and she only needs to be fed at most once a week or once every other week, so I can leave for 2 weeks and she'll be fine. I can leave for 2 weeks and she won't get lonely because she wouldn't really give a shit about me. And she poops once every 2 weeks or so, so it's the easiest pet to have. I mean, I love dogs and I love cats, and one day I do want to have those, but right now for my schedule and my life, it just doesn't suit me well. And also, it's this really great feeling of being able to bond with something that a lot of people are scared of. You know, like a lot of people are really afraid of snakes and they don't want to come anywhere near it, but on the other hand, like, it's a great bond that I have with her, and it's really, I don't know, it's a special feeling, just me and her. And then I've learned that most people that are afraid of snakes are usually guys. You would figure it'd be girls. So that's it for my furry friend tag, or my scaly friend tag. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you want to follow me and Pixel on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube, the links will be below. And for all the other furry friend tags with the normal dogs, you can click, oh, and cats too. Tiffany has cats. Oh, I forgot. You can click over, where? Point, show them where. Where do you want it to be? Right there? Yeah, it's gonna be right here. Bye! Ugh. Get off me, Pixel, you dick.
Put your blindfold on! Cheater
Dang,
already!
Why are you yelling?
Cheater already!
Alright, you're taking off your shirt.
Cheater already!
How many layers of clothes do you have?
Cheater already! There's a cheater already!
What are you doing? You're standing up on the chair.
I'm not!
Oh, fuck.